It's 5 o'clock on this Tuesday evening, February 25th, 2020. Time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Tuesday evening, February 25th, 2020. It is 5 o'clock and it is 52 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news is Bob Iger to step down as Disney CEO effective immediately. Spread of coronavirus in the U.S. appears inevitable. Health officials warn U.S. financial markets drop sharply. Looking at the stocks, down, drop 879.44 at 2781.36, SP 597.68 at 3120.21, and NASDAQ down 255.67 at 8965.61. President Trump says Sotomayor Ginsburg must recuse themselves from cases related to him. Trump defends Modi but doesn't take position on controversial Indian citizenship law. Packed with coronavirus patients, some Chinese hospitals turn away others who are ill. Metal Supermarkets opens first store in Rhode Island. Mike Bloomberg posts as Bernie Sanders would jeopardize 42 Democrats. Lloyd Vallo's nice knows where missing kids are involved in a doomsday cult, X alleges. Florida severe weather threat eyes Mid-Atlantic on Wednesday evening. CDC warns the potential coronavirus spread in U.S. Delhi clash 13 killed as Hindu and Muslim groups clash. A heat wave at world's oldest living man who said to be sick with his mouth dies at 112. CDC warns Americans to prepare for COVID-19 pandemic. Coronavirus cases slow in China as clusters grow worldwide. A U.S. airstrike in Somalia last week killed an al-Shabaab leader suspected being involved in a joinery attack in Kenya that killed a U.S. service member, U.S. military said Tuesday. 4 Islamic State fighters were killed by U.S. airstrikes in Afghanistan Tuesday during the 7-day partial truce between the United States and Taliban, military officials said. Sweden independent sentence Bruxelles Gaimai after a court in China sentenced him 10 years in prison on Tuesday. Japan's defense ministry has considered an updated hypervelocity Glennon projectiles to HVGP in response to Chinese activity near South Japan. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Tuesday he will approve building phases of new Jewish settlements in a contested part of the West Bank that have been delayed for more than a quarter century. German reportedly said Tuesday a man who drove into a carnival procession in Volkswagen injured more than 50 people. The man who stood by and filmed the crash might also be in some legal trouble. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled 5-4 Tuesday that a Mexican family cannot sue a U.S. Border Patrol agent for a cross-border shooting 10 years ago that killed their teenage son. 3 states during Connecticut's jolt investigation. 7 Democrats debated again Tuesday night in South Carolina. Police in Alexandria, Virginia arrested a 19-year-old man Tuesday for allegedly attempting to blow up a vehicle outside the Pentagon, U.S. Justice Department said. The U.S. Supreme Court denied a new citizen hearing Tuesday for an Arizona death row inmate whose lawyer says he suffered abuse and a jury, not a judge, should have sentenced him. The number of deaths attributed to lung illness connected to tainted THC vapes has continued to rise. The National Health Authority said Tuesday, although the outbreak appears to be peaked. An arts union investigating Ambassador Domingo said in a report Tuesday that Yopper suits are engaged in appropriate activity toward women and making unwanted sexual advances. Wall Street investment bank JP Morgan Chase told investors today it will take a number of new environmental conscious steps to phase out fossil fuels and mitigate climate change. A federal judge in Washington, D.C. will hear arguments Tuesday from attorneys pushing for another trial for newly sentenced political strategist and former Trump campaign advisor Roger Stone. Taunton former Massachusetts Governor Bill Weld said it wouldn't be the first time he ran in as a long shot candidate and beat the odds. Weld, who was running against President Trump in the Republican presidential race. Brock the man again charged with extorting in Bridgewater State as Judge Mary Amine set his bail for $25,000 in a new case, but allowed a motion from the Plymouth County District Attorney Office prosecutor for its bail on an open case. Early voting for presidential primary going steady in the Brockton area. Police said Brockton man driving stolen vehicle crashed into bull flees. Professional rugby team to kick off season in Union Point. Tramps candidate for Long Island Bridge dispute. Tesla 2018 college cows pride. Driver playing game and software failure. Tel Aviv University researchers discover unique non-oxygen breathing animal. NASA thinks that alien life might be hiding underground in ancient caves on Mars. Calvin Johnson should be remembered to desegregate higher education. COVID-19 transmitted via aerosol in certain conditions. A faulty CDC coronavirus test delay monitors the disease spread. Peter Chell news time is 5:06. Time now for a sports report. The Boston Bruins taking on the Calgary Flames. Game time is 7 o'clock at the Garden, while the Boston Celtics taking on Portland Trailblazers at game time 10 o'clock. Tom Brady calls Kobe Bryant a superhero to most of tribute. Yankees lose everyone headed for Tommy John surgery. NFLPA meeting at 5 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Peter Channel news time is 5:06. Time now for Peter Channel traffic and transit check on this Tuesday evening. It's looking at the subway commuter and ferries. Okay, looking at highways and byways. First of all, starting off in the Providence and vicinity on this Tuesday evening. 95 on the southbound side, a little bit slow from the downtown Providence area. 95 northbound so between Providence and Pawtucket. 185 westbound so between Seacock and the downtown Providence, and an accident on Pawtucket Avenue on 185 in East Providence. 146 on the northbound south from 99 down to Cesar on the North Clifford Island. And Jamestown, Mount Saginaw River, and Newport Bridges are looking good. And down in the Cape, looking good. Southeast Massachusetts, 95 at the southbound side. Stop go between 128 and Canton and down to Route 495 at the Mansfield area. 128 at the southbound side, so between 95 and 24 in the Canton area, and 128 at the northbound side, so between Braintree Split down at the Canton area. Southern Expressway, stop and go between Braintree down to Boston. Northbound side, so the Braintree Split, 3 side, so between Braintree Split down at 18 in Weymouth, and 93 both down to Boston, back to back down to Boston. 93 on the northbound side, so between Boston and down the Lawrence. Mass Pike westbound, so between us back 12 all the way down to Framingham. Mass Pike eastbound, so the Newton Quarter. 128 on both ends, about between Waltham down to Burlington. 128 on the northbound side, so between Burlington all the way down to Route 1 and Peabody. 3 on the northbound side, so between Burlington and down to Chelmsford. 93 so between Boston and down to Methuen. And 29 eastbound, 29 westbound, so between 199 and Route 9 in the Worcester area. Peter Chill news time, 5:07. Time now for a Peter Chill weather report. And looking at the radar shows, light amount of bands rain from Manchester up to one Southern Maine. Light amount of bands rain down around the Cape and Islands, and rain showers up in Gloucester. And light amount of bands rain from Western Rhode Island, stretch to Metro Connecticut. Some minor bands rain from South America, Connecticut, down to northeast of Bridgeport, Connecticut, and rain around Denver and Waterbury, Connecticut. And rain from southwestern New Hampshire down to western Mass and down to east central portions of New York State. Okay, tonight, just rain after 7 p.m., patch fog for 2 a.m. Then patch of rain and fog after 3 a.m. Otherwise, cloud skies about 30 degrees. Cloudy anticipation 50% new percent less than 7 inches possible for Wednesday. Just rain, patch of fog for 11 a.m. Otherwise, cloud skies high about 47 degrees. Cloudy coming to northwest wind 6 miles in the afternoon. Anticipation is 40% new percent less than 7 inches possible for Wednesday. Just rain before 8 p.m. and then just rain after 8 p.m. The rain conveyor times, patch fog before midnight, low around 30 degrees east at about 6 to 14 miles an hour. Just is 9% new percent between 49 inches possible for Thursday. Shots rain before 10 a.m. 150 degrees east at about 9 to 16 miles an hour. Coming west in the afternoon, west good sides 28 miles an hour. Just is 9%. Thursday night, Park Sky about 36 degrees, west about 14 to 17 miles an hour for Friday. Most of the time, skies about 37, about 32 degrees, west about 3 to 13 miles an hour. West gust sides 24 miles an hour for Saturday. Most of the time, skies about 35, about 18 degrees, west about 6 miles an hour. And for Sunday, sun skies about 35, low 20 degrees, northwest about 5 to 6 miles an hour. And for Monday, sun skies about 39, about 25 degrees, northwest wind.